you very much, Sean. Here with head coach Nick Saban. Coach, this was a team victory, and you led from start to finish. What stood out to you about the way your team was able to control this game?
Well, you know, I was really proud of our players. They worked hard. You know, we didn't come here to finish here, so I was really proud of the way we came out and played. We didn't finish the game like we'd like. You know, we'd like to take the air out of it on offense. I've always got something that I'm complaining about. Anyway, it's a great team win. You know, we played well on special teams. The offense did a good job of controlling the tempo of the game, and defensively we got enough stops to be able to get off the field when we needed to. So it was a great team win, and these guys have really earned the opportunity to play in the national championship game, so we'll see what we can do with it. You
mentioned your defense, and Notre Dame presented some different challenges for your team. What was the key to holding them to just the 14 points?
Well, I think that we played really good team defense. We got some stops when we needed to. We controlled the quarterback about as well as you can do it. He still got out of there a couple times, but we tried to make him run sideways, and we did. We had success when he was able to step up. We didn't have as much success, so you know, there's a lot of things that goes into playing winning football, and a lot of guys have to do their job to do it.
And one of those guys was Devontae Smith. How do you begin to describe the impact he has on this game?
Well, he does a great job. He's a talented guy. He's a hard worker. I mean, he does everything exactly right. He has a great understanding of what he needs to do to be able to make plays, and he makes them every chance he gets. So we're very fortunate to have him, and he's had a great year.
Coach Saban, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
One win away now from his 7th national title as a head coach. It would be his 6th at Alabama if they can defeat Clemson or Ohio State in the national championship game. The trophy ceremony coming your way shortly. We'll have the naming of the offensive and defensive players of the game here at the Rose Bowl game, presented by Capital One. Another record-setting day for Devontae Smith. Mentioned the 3 touchdowns, now 20 receiving touchdowns, tied with Jamar Chase for most in a season in SEC history. He was tied with 100-yard receiving games within one season to start the day with 7 with Amari Cooper. He now has 8, that record all by himself. And he was the dominant force, as it was very likely to be before the game even started.
Yeah, he's just such a matchup problem, and he just has such great understanding of how to run routes, how to attack coverage, leverage of defenders. And then again, Mac Jones has so much trust in him, and he's going to be where he wants him to be. Mac Jones, 25 of 30, just under 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. The big 3 did it again. Najee Harris, 125 yards rushing. A very, very difficult team to defend, because whatever you try to take away, they'll exploit something else.
As we spin it ahead, do you think they are clearly better than Clemson and or Ohio State?
I don't think clearly. I think they have been the best team from wire to wire. I think, you know, Clemson had a couple games without Trevor Lawrence. I think they're playing their best ball. Ohio State has had kind of a disjointed year, but they've got the talent to play with either one of those teams. So I really think that they're the best team, but they're capable of being beaten by either one of those teams that win tonight.
Well, this was the 5th win of the season for Alabama against a team ranked in the top 25. No other team in the country has even 4. They are definitely deserving of that #1 ranking. And when I think of Nick Saban and Alabama, you think of consistent excellence. This is 13 years in a row they've been #1 in the country at least 1 week of a season. That is far and away the all-time record. They just roll it year after year.
Yeah, they do. And they just continue to recruit. They have another #1 recruiting class.
Maybe the best they've ever had. We're
one
told.
of their best classes. They had 9 guys drafted last year off of last year's team, and they just continued to build. They were 11-2 last year. Thought it was a disappointing year. And then the other thing that is worth mentioning, they go undefeated. They win all their games this year, and it was a complete SEC schedule. There was no non-conference game. So they played a very, very difficult schedule and kind of dominated all the way through.
Well, Notre Dame better, but still a double-digit loss on the big stage. Alabama advances to the national title game, presented by AT&T on ESPN at 8 o'clock Eastern, Monday, January 11th. Let's go down to the field now for the trophy presentation. Here's Allison Williams.
Thank you so much, and welcome to the trophy presentation for this Rose Bowl game, following another memorable matchup in the storied history of this great bowl game. First First of all, we want to express our gratitude to Capital One for their support of college football and their sponsorship of the 2021 Rose Bowl game. Now, to present the Rose Bowl Games Leishman Trophy, here's the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, Mr. Bill Hancock.
Thank you. First, I want to thank the Rose Bowl staff with assists from the Cotton Bowl and AT&T Stadium for the remarkable way they handled the transition of this year's Rose Bowl game. And thank you and congratulations to both these fine teams for your excellent seasons. You will remember forever that you had the opportunity to participate in this year's Rose Bowl game. And now it's my special honor to present the traditional Leishman Trophy for the 2021 Rose Bowl champions, and we will see you next week in Miami to coach Nick Saban and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the College Football Playoff and Bill Hancock and the Rose Bowl folks and also the Cotton Bowl folks and AT&T Stadium for putting on this venue and handling it in such a first-class way. And I'd like to congratulate Notre Dame for being here and having an outstanding year. And can't tell you how proud I am of our players, our team, who earned the right to get in the national championship game. And this is something you always remember, playing, participating, and winning the Rose Bowl. This is fantastic. So you guys have done a great job all year. Everybody that supports the program, from our administration to our athletic director, have all done a fantastic job of helping us have a very successful program. And you guys have done a great job all year handling the disruptions and doing the things you need to do to have success. And thank you so much, man. I appreciate everything that everybody's done, all their effort, and all the things that you've done to have this kind of success and create this opportunity for yourself. Thank you.
Coach Saban, you alluded to it. This has been a season unlike any other. What did you learn about your team over the course of the season thus far when it came to their ability to adapt to the different challenges presented?
Well, I kind of told the players in the beginning of the season that this was going to be a different kind of season, that there'd be a lot of disruptions and a lot of things that we would have to adapt to, and the team that handled it the best would be the team that had the best chance to have success in the end. And these guys have done a fantastic job of doing that all year, and that's why they are where they are right now. Thank you, Coach.
You better set that down because we got some other hardware to hand out as well. We're going to start with Offensive Player of the Game. 130 receiving yards on 7 receptions, 3 touchdowns, wide receiver Devontae Smith. Hold on to that. No, Devontae, come on up.
I want to shout out my teammates. I wouldn't be able to do none of this without y'all. With the defense just giving us great looks at practice all throughout the week. The offensive line, my quarterback, I can't do none of this without y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Devontae, this team is certainly full of weapons on offense, but we know it begins up front. And when you don't have a guy like Landon Dickerson out there, how did you guys go out there and still never miss a beat?
That's just everybody come to practice. Everybody always ready, no matter who it is. When one man go down, it's next man up, and everybody prepared for moments like this.
What is it like for you to play with the type of talent that you have around you and the connection that you have with your quarterback, Mac Jones?
It's a blessing just to learn different things from everybody on this team. Just everybody have their own ways of doing things, and you see the way these guys carry themselves, and it just rubs off on you.
What's it mean to you to be here standing as the Rose Bowl champs and knowing you're headed to Miami next week to play for the national championship?
It means a lot, but we're not done yet.
And now for the Defensive Player of the Game, Patrick Surtain. Got a lot of confetti down here. Patrick, what has been the key to your guys' success defensively week in and week out, and how did it culminate today here in the Rose Bowl?
Well, we focused on preparing for this game. Last week, we didn't finish like how we wanted to, so we had a chip on our shoulder. And, we worked in practice each and every day.
Thank you so much, Patrick. Congratulations to all the members of the Alabama Crimson Tide on a terrific performance here in the Capital One Rose Bowl game. Enjoy your trip to Miami. We'll see you in the national championship. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for being with us.
Fifth Rose Bowl championship for Alabama, first since 1946. 5-1-1 now all time in this classic. And on their way to try to win their 13th national championship in the bowl era, which dates back to 1936. Najee Harris with the signature play of this game. He and Jones and Smith were terrific. A great team win. 31-14 the final. For Todd Blackledge, Todd McShay, Allison Williams, our tremendous crew, we thank profusely for a wonderful season. Sean McDonough, so long. Back to Reese, Joey, and David Pollack.